Good morning, Christine Regan Lake here. Hope all is well. So today I wanted to talk to you about pedestals. So it's really common when you get into a new connection, could be with friends, it could be in a romantic relationship, whatever. But you meet someone new and you're like so excited to meet them and you just think they're an awesome person. And next thing you know, you kind of put them on a pedestal. And you could do this with your spouse, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, whatever, boss, whatever, any kind of connection. You have the potentiality to really put someone on a pedestal. And here's the problem with that. When you put someone on a pedestal, you're setting yourself up for failure. You are giving someone a status that they are never going to be able to live up to. And at a certain point in the connection, as it moves along, you're going to finally start seeing, some of the flaws, fears, insecurities, their pimples, their, whatever, the cellulite, all of a sudden, you realize, oh, this person isn't perfect. And the problem with that is that when you actually see their imperfections and you start realizing that they don't deserve to be on a pedestal, now you feel betrayed. And now you're actually kind of pissed at the person and you're like, hey, you were trying to be, someone you weren't, or something like that. And the reality is, when you put someone on a pedestal, you have no one to blame but yourself, because no one should be on a pedestal, because there is no one who's perfect. We're all flawed. We all have fears and insecurities. We have quirks and weird habits and funny fears and phobias and whatever. We're all perfectly imperfect. And the danger of pedestals is it sets up a very dangerous situation that that when they fall from grace, now you're pissed. But you know what? That wasn't fair of you to put them on it, and no one should be on a pedestal. And no one's above you, no one's beneath you. We're all on this journey. Everybody's at a different place, but we're all just perfectly imperfect humans doing the best we can at any given moment. So I would just encourage you, and I've done it in the past too as well. I'm guilty, and then I learned what I was doing. We create these little fairy tales in our head, and we kind of, when the fairy tale falls apart, we're kind of feel like betrayed and disillusioned, but that's the problem with fairy tales. They're not real. So the beautiful thing is, it's just like when you get to meet somebody new and you're building a new connection, and you see yourself going down that path of raising them up and giving them a status of perfection. Stop it, because it's not a good thing. It's not a positive thing. It's dysfunctional, and they'll never be able to live up to that expectation. And so just something to think about. It's definitely something I had to relearn and stop doing, because I definitely did that. Put people up on a pedestal. And the other thing I did was I would project my strengths onto them. And so I had this vision of who I wanted them to be. And so I would just kind of project values and things on them that they didn't actually possess, just because I wanted to believe my fantasy. This is one of the things. This is kind of one of the coping mechanisms or the habits of what people do. They see what they want to see, and if it's not there, then they'll just pretend it's there. I've done it. I won't do it anymore, because now I'm super clear. I don't do that shit anymore. Now I just acknowledge that we're all flawed, and I try to never allow myself again to ignore red flags, because when you want to believe a fairy tale and those flags start showing up and you're like, yeah, well, I'm not going to look at that flag because I really want to believe this little fairy tale about this person that's not real. So anyway, I hope you found value in that. Have a beautiful day, and I look forward to speaking again soon. Thanks. Bye.